It's Tim here. I'm back with part 2 of the Nitefly GR-09 synthesizer demo. In this part I'd like to show you a few applications of special things you can do with the guitar synth. They're a little bit different. In this case I have a slap bass sound, like a DX7 bass, but it is tuned to down a fourth to a 5-string bass with a B on the bottom. So you'll hear my guitar, the low string is an E, of course, but the synth is playing the B below it, and the E is on the 5th string. It can really mess with your head if you're hearing the strings like I am now, playing a different pitch from what's coming out of the amplifier, but it does allow you to get those deep notes for the 5-string bass if you're laying down a demo track or something. The other thing that's cool about these bass sounds with the tack on them is that you can rake your pick like a sweep picking and get some really fast pop and slap effect. It's kind of neat. I'll show you some other applications. That's the detuning. You can change the synth tone to be in a different pitch from your guitar and have harmonies or a different sound that's in a different range. Let's go down to some split sounds. What you can do with the guitar synth is assign one tone to 2 of the strings and another tone to the other 4, or 3 and 3, or however you want to split it up. In this case I've got some patches with bass on the bottom and another sound on top. Here's an organ. With the bass on the bottom. Same type of idea with the electric piano and a double bass. Again, there's no guitar here, this is all synth that you're listening to. It's that nice double bass sound from before, that's very woody. You could also have kind of wacky, punchy synth sounds. That little high parp that you heard was a mistriggering of the synth, which often happens if you're not playing cleanly. I have another patch that's split like that, but I turned the tone on the 4 top strings off, so you just have bass on the bottom. And if you're playing jazz and you want some bass on the bottom, if it's just a solo gig, you get the bass mixed in with your guitar. But not on these top 4 strings, so it's kind of nice. You do have to play vertically, so you don't get that split underneath here if you're soloing and you switch tones. All of a sudden the bass drops in. Kind of schizophrenic. Okay, let's see what else I got here. Next group. Sorry, I haven't got them exactly in order. They're roughly ascending, but I don't have them programmed in order here. You can do that with the synth, assign it to switch patches with your guitar effects at the same time via MIDI, but I haven't got them all set up. This is a really nice bell tone. It's electric piano with strings underneath. Wash. Very nice wash. And with this sound I'm going to show you the S2 switch. When you click that switch, it calls up another screen and you can hold the synth sound with a pedal like a sustain pedal on a piano. So I'll do that. And the synth will ring as long as I hold that pedal, and I can play over top of it. If I turn on my guitar. First, I don't have the acoustic patch on right now, but you can play any sound you want over top of it. You can play other synth notes if you don't play them all when you're holding the pedal. If I just hold the bottom 3 strings, I can play synth on that. That's a nice option as well. If you're playing, you have to come out of pedal mode. You have to remember to turn off your switches so you can continue. Let me go up. Let's say I've got jazz here. If you're playing a jazz gig, and it's all the same sound, your melodies, your solos, the chord comping is all that same clean jazzy guitar sound, you could lose some interest. So it's nice to be able to flick on your guitar synth and play a tune like Little Sunflower. With a flugelhorn tracking along with the guitar. You can solo with that sound. But it can sound a little synthetic. So you might want to just blend that one in with the guitar. It gives it a little more natural attack, and it sounds like the flugelhorn is kind of tracking along with you. And by the same token, you can call up a heavier sound like that, and you might want to mix it with a synth. And when you blend the two of them in, you don't have to have the synth up full. You can just kind of mix it in the background so that it's gives it a different sort of overtone. Helps you sustain those higher notes too, or fill them out. So that's the basic idea. Mixing with your guitar, hold function, split strings, detuning the pitch of the synthesizer, and there's lots of things you can do with it besides programming to change patches with your guitar effects and having it controlled via your MIDI foot switch. So the GR-09 Roland, Parker Nitefly with a GK kit pickup. Thanks.